Solo traveling is not uncommon these days. A lot of people would like to venture alone and go traveling by themselves. Maybe they would like to challenge themselves, they want to try something new. Probably they've always been traveling together in a group, maybe just for a change. So tip number one is to make sure that you prioritize safety, because if you're going to a different country, you don't know the people, you don't know how it's going to turn out there. Make sure that you book a hotel or Airbnb that is safe and secure. Make sure that you book something that is in the city rather than something in a very secluded town, for example. Before you start your solo travels, do look into or do Google down some of the local phrases. You want to make sure that you are familiar with the certain local phrases that would actually help you to ask for directions, one thing, ask for help. You can know how to buy things or purchase things. There may be times when you feel bored because you are alone. You know, you didn't go there with a friend, you didn't go there with your family. To help with this, like what you can do is actually to just Google down like certain local events that are taking place, some cultural events, cultural dances, you know, that might interest you. Just go and check it out and do things that not part of your plans, and that would make your travel more interesting. When you're going for a local event in a different country, something that involves other people's culture, it is best that you Google it down and see what the culture is all about so that you know what is going to happen at the event. Only because like certain things that may be a norm for a different person or a different culture may be a culture shock to you, and you don't want to give a reaction that is going to be like, you know, a really bad reaction that people also think like, why did you react such? It's almost like you're being rude to their culture, and you would think like, why are they doing such a thing? But actually, it is normal for that culture to practice that. Now, solo traveling would also help an individual grow emotionally and mentally as well. Now, think of why you actually went on the solo trip in the first place. You probably went there to actually challenge yourself. When you put yourself out there in a very unfamiliar situation, you just get this heightened sense of like independence. You learn how to do things by yourself. You're depending on yourself, not on someone else. You discover things about yourself that you just didn't know. When you gain all this experience during your solo trip, when you come back, you somewhat feel rewarded emotionally because you felt like, I actually did all this by myself. Mentally as well, because now you know that even if you were to be put in a situation where it's unfamiliar, you can and you are actually capable of doing it. The other thing about solo traveling is that you have complete freedom compared to like, you know, traveling with your friends or with your families. Now you always have to like discuss with them like, okay, you know, like where do you want to go, where do you want to go, you know, and then someone just has to compromise, and sometimes you may not end up going to the place that you wanted to go. Solo travel actually allows you to feel that freedom. Like it's all about your trip and no one else. In conclusion, solo travels are really fun and, you know, really exhilarating, but at the same time, you know, before you go on your solo trip, make sure that you have all your things prepared. Make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation that would be inconvenient for you during your solo travel.